All right, the next thing I want to talk about in the auto chopper here, now that we covered the waveform and the slicing areas, let me just put this back to slice while I'm at it. We have the amp envelope and the filter, right? You see there's some visual feedback, so you can see what the envelope and the filter are actually doing to the waveform and what you're hearing. If you don't want to see this, you could turn that off. Then you'll just see the modifiers. I like to leave it on because I think it's cool, a little more fun. But yeah, predictably, we have an ADSR envelope for the amp. So we can control the length of things very easily, the length of each slice. And with the filter section, we also have an envelope that controls how quickly it opens or closes. This amount control is going to dictate which direction. So if we pull this into a negative value, it's going to close. It's going to move towards the low end. Again, and the speed at which this happens is controlled by this envelope. Right? This opposite is true if you move this into positive values. Now it's going to open up. Again, we have a cutoff, right, which is going to control the cutoff frequency. You know, in this case, the band pass, you can move this around. You know, if it's a low pass, it's going to start shaving off the top end. If it's a high pass, it lets the highs pass. I always mix up these two. Whenever you hear high pass, I'm like, it makes the highs pass. Anyway, I'm slow. And then we have the resonance, which is going to control the peak up here. So higher resonances, you can hear the motion better, I find. Lower resonance is a bit smoother. But that's basically it for the amp envelope and the filter. And of course, you can modulate these with our modulators. You could map an LFO to, like, say, the attack. We have to have the transport running to hear this. And then say if I wanted to map the envelope to the filter cutoff. Oh, it's a little too short. And we'll get more into the modulators later, but that's the basic gist of this. So hope you enjoyed. Check out the next one to learn more about how to use the plugin.